Hello, everyone. What's up, Fruity Cuties? My name is Jeanette, and I'm here with the Woodstock Fruit Festival. And today, we're going to be talking to our friend Gary. His name is Fruitful Solutions here on Instagram. We love Gary. He's amazing. He's attended the Woodstock Fruit Festival multiple times. And before we get started real quick, I want to let you guys know that we still have a competition going on. Okay, if you can find our new venue, you get to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival for free. Okay, so click the link in our bio, check it out, and we have some requirements, but we're open to anywhere in the US or Mexico, and we're really excited to find our brand new venue. And so, first of all, can you guys hear me this time? And let me let Gary in so we can talk to him if he's here yet. We were having some technical difficulties, so I'm hoping closing Instagram and reopening it has worked. Hey,
Hey.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do you know that all I had to do was shut down Instagram and put it back on?
Okay. Well,
That's the fruitful solution usually. Yes.
exactly. Perfect.
Okay, so thank you so much, Gary, for joining me.
Thank you for having
And
me.
yes, I'm so excited to speak to you about your experience at Woodstock. But before we get
Mhm.
started, I want to know about you. So for those of us that don't have the luck to know you, that have never met you, can you please tell us where you're from, what you do, and what got you into this fruity lifestyle?
Mhm. So I'm originally from Germany, from the northern part of Germany, close to Hamburg, and lived there for most of my life. And like 4 years ago, I moved to Paraguay in South America to just be in the tropics, to be able to grow my own fruit and enjoy this lifestyle in the proper way, I would say.
Yes.
Um,
Everyone's dream is to do what you're doing.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it was my dream also since I went to the Woodstock festival the first time. And yeah, now I'm able to live it, and I'm super grateful for that. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, I actually like how I got into it was like I never in my life enjoyed the taste of meat or like cheese or dairy products really. So when I was 17, I decided to become vegetarian. And that really led me to do more research on the vegan topic, the vegan lifestyle. So, and it totally made sense to me immediately. So I had to try it out. Um,
Yeah.
and I gave myself like a year of time to transition, to make it very easy and like sustainable for my body and mind as well. And that worked really, really well. And then, yeah, in 2016, I would say that was my first Woodstock. Maybe like a year beforehand, I learned about the raw vegan lifestyle through a YouTube video. And because I'm all about self-experimentation, I wanted to give it a try because that also made a lot of sense to me theoretically, but then I had to try it out for myself to see how I feel. But ever
Yes.
since I stuck to it, like I'm mostly raw and yeah, mostly fruit based. I would say like
Wow.
90-95% fruits. Yeah.
Yes. And so now, how many years have you been vegan?
15.
Wow. And how old are you, may I ask?
I'm 33,
You look
turning
so young.
34.
You look 15. So I was like, you're so young
If I
looking.
shave my beard.
Wow, you cannot tell how old people are that go to Woodstock. It is unbelievable.
That
It's
is true.
unbelievable. Frank said you're a living legend. This is true.
Oh,
This is true.
thanks,
And
Frank.
so, yes, this is true. So now, okay, so 15 years vegan, that's amazing. And now, so you do a lot of different things as far as helping people. Can you talk about some things that you do to help people become their healthiest versions?
Of course. Yeah. So I do, I'm a specialist for detoxification. I learned with Dr. Robert Morris back in 2017. And also with him in 2018, I did my Iridology class. So that's a combination that I find to be very, very powerful because doing an iridology reading gives us really a good overview of our entire system because our iris is.
Oh, you're cutting off a little bit. Is it me?
And it shows us our genetic. Oh, yeah, you too. I don't know.
Is it me or is it
Better
you?
now?
Uh,
Oh, you're a little
you're
frozen.
frozen. You're frozen for me.
I'm not
Oh
sure. My
no.
connection is usually pretty good here.
Mine's usually pretty good. It's probably me. Why would it be me, Frank? I'm live all the time.
Oh,
Hmm. Gary's in the tropics. It's probably
hopefully it gets
Gary.
better.
Am I
Yeah.
frozen? For everyone out there, is who's frozen right now? Because for me, Gary's frozen. But for you guys, the followers,
Huh.
who's frozen right now, guys?
That's true.
Put a name below. Jeanette or Gary?
Might be true.
Yes, Sherry's watching. Sherry, who is frozen right now? Okay, now I think, okay, they say it's me. Well, Tessa, I don't know. Hold on. Let me think it's okay now. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so you were talking about iridology. Sorry about
Yep.
that. Oh, somebody voted as
Okay.
Gary. Oh, you can't trust
Oh,
them.
okay.
You can't trust these
No,
fruity
that's true.
cuties. Okay.
Yeah, I'm frozen now. Oh man. But
Deep
can you still
breaths.
hear me?
You're not frozen to me. You're good to me now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for me it's just a little choppy, but I can hear you at least.
Oh, Lord. We're gonna get
Yeah,
through it. We're gonna.
we just push
Okay.
through it.
Yes, so iridology.
Yeah,
This is very fascinating. Can you explain how that works?
of
Sorry.
course. Yeah, so we can see we can see our iris basically as like a little monitor that shows us the state, the constitution of our entire body. It's basically like a genetic map. It shows us our genetic heritage, what we were given with from our previous generations, which is really awesome because then we can see where there are strengths and weaknesses or tendencies for blockages or specific deficiencies are in the body to then be able to support it in the best way and the most precise way to rebalance the body, but also it goes into the emotional level and personality attributes, which is really, really cool, which then gives us the opportunity to work on all the levels, like on the mental level, the emotional level, and the physical level at the same time to have the best results.
Absolutely incredible.
Mhm.
And so, can you just read people's eyes when you meet them, or do you need to have like the photo of like it zoomed in?
Mhm. So you can see certain like major signs, I would say, especially if people have blue eyes, those are easier to read. Um, but then when it comes to like specific details, it's definitely better and also more convenient for the person to have a picture of their eyes.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what are
And
some things? Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I was going to ask, what are some things that you have seen in people's eyes that you've helped them heal through eating a healthy, mostly raw vegan diet?
Mhm. So for example, we can see certain tendencies for more like a lymphatic blockage, like a blockage in the sewer system of the body. So in that way, it's of course really good to have a lot of cleansing foods, which we have, of course, with the fruit-based diet, um, or like pancreatic issues, for example, digestive issues, diabetes, especially type 2, um,
Hmm.
skin issues, things like that. Yeah.
And okay, my friend Sherry says that you did her iridology reading and it was very, very accurate. How did you do that if she's in California? So, like, she sent you a photo?
Yes, exactly. That's how I work mostly. People send me their pictures I provide them with information on how to take good quality pictures just with their phone, and then they send them over, and I have two options. I do either a video session where we hop on a Zoom call and I show them exactly all the details that I can see in their eyes, or I have a written report where you get like a PDF file that's like very extensive and goes also really deeply into like the emotional and mental aspects.
I have to do this, Gary.
Yes,
Send me
let's
how I
do
can
it.
sign up. I have to do this. I've never had my eyes read, and
Cool, I would love that.
this is so fascinating. So yes, I'm gonna sign up. And
Yes.
anybody who's interested, go to Gary's page, follow him, and I'll leave the links below if you're on YouTube. And yeah, this is
Awesome.
so cool. So cool. Because I believe in it, because it's like the body gives us everything we need to heal and to
Right.
know what's wrong. And
Yeah.
it's, yeah, the eyes.
The
Wow.
body always has certain like signs that it gives us, not only in the eyes, also the tongue,
Mm.
reflexology, like we can see certain signs in the face and fingernails, etc. But with iridology, it's really, really cool and very accurate because we can actually see the entire body. And
Wow.
really how that works is that every cell in our body is connected through the nervous system to the brain. So it's every cell sends information through the nervous system to the brain and thus also to the optic nerves, and then it's reflected in the eyes.
Whew. Yeah, that's wild. I believe it. We're the most advanced computer on Earth. Like we're the
Right.
most advanced. What are we? We're not a computer. We're just the most advanced being or thing on Earth.
Right.
Yeah, aside from
Exactly.
fruit, maybe. So somebody wants to know, Jadelle wants to know how much. Well, I'll leave Gary's information below, and you can reach out to him for a consultation. And yes, that's so exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get
Awesome.
into Woodstock Fruit Festival, Gary. How did you even find out about Woodstock Fruit Festival?
So when I transitioned to a raw vegan lifestyle, I watched a ton of YouTube videos. I wanted to get as much information about this
Yes,
lifestyle
me too.
as possible. And through that, I found, I think it was actually Ted Carr.
Yes.
I watched a lot of his videos, and then he attended at Woodstock. And I was like, oh my God, this looks so incredible. I have to go. And then that was actually in 2015. And then I was not able to go, unfortunately. And then they announced that it would be the last year. And I was like, oh no, what an honor.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think they've been doing that
fortunately
since the
you were
first year.
able, yeah, exactly. And then fortunately you was able to come back in 2016. And that was my first year. And I was so incredibly happy to go. And right at the first year, I met so many incredible people that are now my best friends. So it like literally every time I went, it changed my entire life. I know all my best friends from there. I do what I do for a business because of Woodstock, because in 2016, I learned at Woodstock about iridology because someone there did it for some people, and I just watched him doing it and was immediately fascinated by it. And then a good friend of mine told me about Dr. Robert Morris that year as well. So, and then I found out that he does his classes on it. So it was just perfectly aligned.
Yeah, wow. So wow, this is incredible. So when you got to Woodstock, so have you been every year since?
Yes.
Yeah, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22. So 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Wow. And have you always attended or have you ever volunteered?
No, I always attended because it was kind of my vacation of the year. So during that time, I just wanted to have a time off and just enjoy it with my friends there.
I can't tell, Gary, if you were ever a volunteer or not because you always help out. And I just I never knew a place or like, I never knew a community of people that were so nice that you can't
Yeah.
tell who's volunteering and who's attending.
No, that's right. I totally agree with that.
So Gary, I met Gary a few years ago. I probably 2017. Yeah, we met probably. And I've always been attending or managing the festival. And you have always come a little early, 1 or 2 days early to help out and lift heavy stuff and like just clean and just do whatever we need. And I just want to say thank you very much for that. You're amazing.
You're so welcome.
And we
Yeah,
just
it's my
really, really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Yeah, if I can help out in any way, I'm definitely happy to do it. And it was fun also to just have that extra time there and with everyone in the smaller group of the volunteers. And yeah,
And you get a
so
little
fun.
extra, you get a little extra Woodstock time.
Right.
But yeah, we have a lot of attendees that come and they ask me, they write in and they say, "Hey, can I come a few days early? I'll do whatever you guys need. Like I'll help clean up." And I'm just like, "Yeah, oh my gosh." So thank you very much. And Jadelle asked, "Aren't you the manager at Woodstock?" Yes, but I started as a volunteer. And yeah, I just went as a volunteer because honestly, I was scared to attend. I was scared. I didn't know anyone. And so if you're scared to attend, perhaps volunteer. It might be a good way. And to volunteer, you can email us, woodstockfruitfestival@gmail.com. And so let me ask you this, Gary. Now, when you first got to Woodstock 2016,
Hmm.
okay, if you can remember, it was a while ago, but do you remember your first impression of the festival as soon as you arrived?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As clearly as
Wow.
yesterday. Like, because I came there only with my partner at that time, and I didn't know anyone else either. So, but immediately, like when we got there, like it just felt so open. Like everyone there was just so nice, and I remember like we just walked through the camp and came across some people, and then we just had eye contact with them. And 1 second later, you were in like a deep conversation with them, and like super open. And it was just so fun to be there and to feel this like different energy. Like you don't have that in your normal life, unfortunately. But every year I've been to Woodstock, it was like that. It was just this really like family vibe that you get there, especially also
Absolutely.
because there are like there's every age group, which I think is also really, really amazing.
Absolutely. It is like a family reunion. Like it
Yeah,
really, really is. And I just noticed your shirt. I just noticed you have a watermelon shirt
yeah,
on.
of course. I
I
had
love
to.
it. I just had a watermelon. I just ate half a watermelon. So,
Incredible. With the watermelon
of
polo,
course,
that's amazing.
well, come on. We're professionals here, Gary, okay?
Right.
So, and so, okay, so that was your first impression, and that's almost everyone's, which is just like they're scared to go because, they don't know anyone. But
Yeah.
then you just immediately just have a family and have a connection, and everyone you meet is just so nice. People are walking around hugging people. It was so
Yes.
strange to me being from New York, but I got used to it over the years. When I first met Gary, I think we like hugged, and I was just like, what is
Yeah.
going on here? It's so like I don't know anyone, but they're hugging me, and it's like family. It's like such nice people. So yeah, it's like you just said, it's an alternate reality
Yeah.
for sure. For
It's,
sure.
it feels like a completely different world, like once you enter the camp.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice it feels like you can breathe, like also
Mm,
to be in this like natural environment that we've been to. And then everything's outdoor, which is awesome because I think in today's world, most people just spend their lives mostly indoors. But to have this like whole week outside kind of
yes.
with these amazing people with all the good fruits, it's perfect in my opinion.
Heaven, yeah, heaven. And so that's why we're taking so long, guys, to find a new venue because it has to be perfect. It has to be, like Gary just said, you have to be able to go as soon as you get out of your car or off the bus. You have to feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm in heaven. I can breathe there, fresh air. And we want to spend the whole week outside. So it has to be an amazing, perfect place. So that's why we've been taking so long. I just want you guys to know that. We're looking for the perfect venue. And so, okay, Gary, can you tell us about some of the fruit that you have tried for the first time at Woodstock? Have there been any fruits that you tried for the first time?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me think. I have tried durian before. I was just thinking, did I try durian there for the first time? But no, I've tried it
Wow.
once beforehand. But I tried the Musan King variety for the first time last year there, and that was incredible. It was, I would say it's my favorite fruit.
How would you describe, because it's very hard to describe, but how would you describe Musan King Premium Durian to anyone who hasn't had it,
Yes.
who hasn't had
So
it?
the pieces that I had tasted like very creamy, like lemon cake.
Wow.
Yeah,
Lemon cake.
that was incredible.
Yeah, yeah, definitely the best durian I've
Um,
ever had. Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure. Um, okay, so what else? I tried this like gigantic banana. I think that was in 2020 from Miami Fruit. That was really
Yeah.
cool. I think sugar apples, mangosteen. I love mangosteen and longans as well. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I think those were like the major ones that were new for me.
And when you go to Woodstock Fruit Festival, do you usually find yourself eating more mono? I know you eat very healthy. You're obviously you eat very, very clean. So do you eat more mono meals there, or do you try to eat some of everything? Because it's, you have a big choice here, you know?
Right, exactly. Um, no, I find myself to like more like try everything a little bit when I'm over there because I do a lot of mono meals when I'm at home, but like during that week, it's like no, I just want to enjoy all of it. So
Yes.
especially for lunch, there's like all this nice cream and cinnamon buns and all this amazing fruit that you can choose from, and yeah, no, I just want to go for all of it.
Yes, I have a great photo I'm going to put as the cover, and you have like a plate that is just so beautiful, and it's just
Mhm.
so many colors, and it's so gorgeous. All the people there, the nature and the food. And yeah, I highly recommend it, guys. If you haven't been to Woodstock,
Oh
do
yeah,
yourself a favor and go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. Go to woodstockfruitfestival.com and sign up for our newsletter. And then you'll get the first email as soon as we book the dates and the venue. You'll find out when you can attend. And we highly recommend it. Okay. It
for
changed
sure.
both of our lives forever. And so, Gary, now I'm curious about can you just answer a question we had earlier, which was, do you ever crave processed food or like junk food? And maybe in the beginning you did, and how did you get over those cravings?
Hmm. Yeah, especially in the beginning, I found it very hard for myself to overcome like my, I would say, grain addiction. Because I grew up in Germany and we have incredible quality bread. So I grew up with that, and that was like something that was very hard for me to overcome. Same goes with pizza. That was always my favorite too. So those kind of things were a little hard at first to get rid of. But then I also discovered all these like raw options that you can make, like raw vegan pizza, like Chris Candel's recipes, for example, for raw pizza are incredible. Um, and then also like I noticed like when I was at Woodstock for the first time in 2016, afterwards I was so motivated, like from all the
Right.
people there and hearing all about their experiences with a completely raw food diet, that after the festival I had no cravings anymore, which was really incredible. And I set myself the goal until next Woodstock, I want to be raw like the entire time. And it was very easy for me to do that because now I also knew all these people who are living this lifestyle, and I'm following them on Instagram and connecting to them. And it was a great support in that way, you know? And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that made it so much easier. So also for
And
that, I highly recommend to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival because you get this like community aspect and the support from it.
It's so important to meet other fruity weirdos
Yeah,
and know that other people are doing this too. And so you're not alone. You're not weird. It's actually completely normal at Woodstock,
yeah.
to like, listen, Gary, like this is why I love Woodstock because I would walk around with half a watermelon and nobody would be like,
Oh,
what,
that's normal.
whoa, what's wrong with you? Big plate of bananas, that's normal there.
Yeah.
And that's the only place on earth because as you know, it's not normal in the real world. Okay. It's very
No.
strange. And how do you deal with that? How do you deal with being on a raw vegan or fruit-based diet in the real world? Do you have any tips and tricks for people just off the top of your head?
Well, first of all, I would say don't care what other people think,
Right.
because it's your choice. Everything's your choice. Like what you're doing, no one else has anything to do with that. And if that feels the best for you, like if you discover or a raw food diet feels so incredible for me and my body, and that's what I want to do, just have your focus on that. Like everything else, like other people can do whatever they want, and if they judge you for what you're doing, that's their problem, not yours. So
Yes.
that and yeah, just really discover ways for like to motivate yourself, like finding a community or like really good friends that are into the lifestyle as well, so you can
Yeah.
share your experiences, is a major benefit, I would say. Yeah.
Absolutely. Very, very
And
important community.
yeah, and also
And
have patience. Have patience with your family and friends if they at first maybe don't understand what you're doing and they think it's ridiculous and it's unhealthy. Over time, you will show them like what's healthy and what's not, because they will see like you will feel more and more incredible and energetic, and then like that's what I found out for myself, because my family in the beginning was a little bit like that, of course, because no one knows about this lifestyle. And but now I see my family incorporating more and more fruits and raw foods in general, because they see like, oh, I can't be that bad if I'm like super healthy all the time and energetic, you know.
yeah, you're not dying of a protein deficiency, so it
Yeah,
must be working. Yes, and you know what? Such great advice, Gary, because the patience part, that's so key because in the beginning, people are not gonna think it's like healthy. People are not gonna understand what you're doing. People are not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you're eating 10 bananas? That's a good idea." No. They're gonna say you're eating 10 bananas, you're gonna get diabetes. You're not a monkey.
right.
You're they're gonna have all these comments. And give it
Right, that's true.
patience. Have patience with your friends and family and give it time because then you'll get results like me and Gary. And
Yep.
then your friends and family, they're not going to call you names, they're going to call you for advice. So,
Yep.
yeah.
That's right. And also have patience not only with your friends and family, but also with yourself.
Mm,
Like, even if you're not able to like transition 100% like right away, like overnight, have patience with you, with yourself, and like incorporate over time more and more fruits into your diet. And
yes.
not be hard and judgmental on yourself, because that will only create more stress in your system, and it will actually make it harder to transition completely. Plus, also have patience with your body to adjust and to detoxify, because maybe in the beginning, like when you're coming from a standard diet that was not that healthy, your body
Right.
has to detoxify, and it will go through these cleansing and purging processes where you have probably more like cold and flu-like symptoms, or a fever, or headaches, things like that. Those are just all like signs that your body is working on improving its function, and it's like releasing stuff. Like when we think about cold and flu-like symptoms, what is that? It's coughing, it's sneezing, you have a runny nose, things like that. You're dispelling things that are not belonging into the body. So
What do
it's
you
very important
say,
to know that.
Gary? That's a great point, and I really want to know your advice because I have clients and friends that they don't they get, the detox symptoms, and then they say that the raw vegan diet's not for them, even
Right.
though, I'm telling them this is going to happen. When the toxins come out, you're going to feel headaches, you're going to feel like you have the flu, you're going to feel very tired, you're going to, but they just, I don't know, they're just like impatient, they don't believe me, or they just think it's not for them, they think it's the wrong diet. So what is some advice that you've told people, besides like, just, this is the truth, this is the way for every human?
Hmm. Sure. So yeah, again, patience is important,
Yeah.
and really like have a good understanding of it, of the whole process. So I uh, sent them like further information, videos they can watch about the whole process of detoxification and regeneration of the body in a natural way. Because it is really important and crucial to have a good and deep understanding of this when you're approaching this lifestyle. Because otherwise, yeah, you will think, oh, what, I'm eating all this healthy food. Why am I getting sick now?
I'm feeling worse. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But like once you're through that layer, then you will increase your vibration and your health. And it's kind of like peeling an onion. You're always going through these layers. Maybe in the beginning, the first week, you feel incredible, super energetic. But then, boom, you hit a layer and you're going a little downhill. You feel less energy because your body's processing more stuff. And then once it's done with that, the energy goes up again. Because we have to remember we're coming from a lifestyle that is full of stimulants as well. Like if you drink coffee, energy drinks, things like that, alcohol, lots of sugar and salt, um, those are pretty addicting, but they're also very stimulating to the body. Our body function and our energy level goes to the bottom first because it has to reset. But then
That's
it
a
can
great
build up.
point.
Mhm.
Yes. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but that's a great point. That's a great point. And you know what? That's the secret, guys, because I know there's a lot of people watching this that want to inspire their friends and family, that are coaches and want to help people be healthy. But you know what? You got to help them know the knowledge. And if they don't come to a conviction that a fruit-based diet is the healthiest diet on earth, then you can only do so much. And Jadelle, our friend Jadelle said, either people believe it or they don't. It's burdensome to convince people. That's a great point too. You can
Right,
only help people that want to be helped. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. But you can plant seeds, you know, even if
No
they,
pun.
even,
Right. No
yeah,
pun. Yeah.
exactly. Even if they don't transition and like right away or implement anything of your advice, you never know. Maybe they come
Right.
across other people who do the same thing and give them the same advice, and then they're like, oh, okay, now more and more people are giving me the same advice here, so maybe I should try it out.
Right. Yes. Thank you very much for that. Because, yeah, I'm going through it right now with a close friend who, I have helped so many people for 7 years now. And
Yep.
she was raw for a year. And, she was doing a lot of different things, but she said it wasn't for her. She got worse. But, that's part of it, the layers. But anyway, thank you for the advice, Jadelle and Gary. And now I'm wondering, what is your favorite activities? What are some of your favorite activities that you have experienced at the Woodstock Fruit Festival?
So one of my favorite activities is acro yoga. I just love that because it's
Yes.
such a playful approach to like working out with a partner. So you have all these components. You have strength, you have flexibility, coordination, trust, um, all those things combined in a playful way. So you don't even notice that you're working out.
Right.
And I just love that. Um, and then,
Yeah, I've never done it, but I see everybody and they're just having so much fun. And I'm just like, are they working out? And you are, but like, it's
yes,
the
you are.
most fun.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You never tried it?
No, I'm always working.
Ah, okay. So next time
Next time.
we got to do some acro yoga.
Next time, next time. What are some other events, or like what are some of the speakers that you have really enjoyed?
I love Ted Carr's classes for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Um, I really like Karen Ramsey's classes and recipe demos.
Yes.
Um, I love Chris Kandal's classes for sure. They're always super funny and informative at the same time. Um, let's see, who else? Of course, Anne Osborne. Yep.
Yes, yes. And if you're ever interested, Gary, we would love to have you present at Woodstock if you're ever interested in doing a class.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, we would love
I
you
would love
too.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if you have already, but
No, not yet.
you definitely should. Yeah, 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 for
Cool.
sure.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
done with that.
yes. And
That would be an
so
honor.
most people that come to Woodstock, like honestly, everyone should present because we have like the most high vibrational, knowledgeable people on earth at one place. And so I'm just like, everyone should
Right.
at least, like think about doing some type of presentation there because it's just like so many amazing, knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
We can learn from each other. And okay, my next question is, did you ever do anything at Woodstock Fruit Festival that was outside of your comfort zone? So maybe something for the first time at Woodstock.
Let's see. I remember a few years back, there was a class that Brittany and Connor were teaching,
Yes.
and it was like about authentic like communication and relating to others. And that was definitely like pretty much out of the comfort zone uh, because
Oh
we
yeah.
had to like share like deep fears with each other and like something that we were struggling with at that time. And to just share that with complete strangers is a little weird in the beginning, but it's also helpful, in my opinion. And yeah, so that was that just comes to my mind like at first, like when it comes to something that's out of the comfort zone.
Yes. Did you do the high rope course by any chance?
Actually, not. I
Never?
no, I never made it up there for some reason. Every year I wanted to go, but then it never happened.
Because you know what? There's so much to do. And yeah,
Yeah.
I can totally understand that because like I've never done acro yoga because like there's just so much going on and yeah, the high rope course that's definitely out of a lot of people's comfort zone. And Brittany and Connor,
Yeah.
yeah, they're really amazing people and they got me like the first year they made us stare into a stranger's eyes for 2 minutes and I'll never forget it was the most scariest thing I've ever done in my life. two
Wow.
minutes a stranger
That's
and
a long
like
time.
yeah, it was really, really intense. And I love them so much. They're amazing. So if they're watching, what's up, guys? And so, okay, a few more questions for Gary. And if anybody has any questions for Gary, leave them down below in the comment questions section. And so, Gary, if you had to describe Woodstock Fruit Festival in just one word, I think you already did this actually in the top of the hour, but if you had to describe it in just one word, what word would you use?
Inspiring.
Inspiring. Ah, I thought you were going to say heaven because you kind of said that
Well,
before,
yeah.
or maybe I said it. I don't know. Inspiring. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us why are you so inspired there?
Um, Again, because there are so many people there that you can learn from, especially if you're into this lifestyle and you want to learn about it. Like you can have a conversation with anyone there, and you can learn so much from every conversation. Not only the presenters, of course, they have a lot of experience and knowledge about this lifestyle, and it's really, really incredible to have the chance to talk to them there. But really, just every attendee or volunteer there also is so like not knowledgeable when it comes to that. So yeah, I would say that's like for me personally, that's the biggest part, like being
Yeah, absolutely.
inspired and motivated.
Absolutely. Yes. And so, thank you so much, Gary. You're amazing. And again, I just want to say thank you very much for always helping out so much. Whereas I could not tell if you were attendee or volunteer. Like literally, I was like, has he attended or volunteered? Because I just don't know. Because you're always like willing to help and just like going the extra mile before and after the festival to help us. It's a lot of work, you know.
It is,
Um,
yeah. I've seen that. It is a lot of work and a lot of organization, and
yes.
yeah, I really appreciate like you doing all of that work, and you're doing a really
You
good
do
job
it.
too.
You're doing it. I'm just watching. You're picking up the stuff, and I'm just like, yep, that looks good. Yep, keep doing it, Gary. But
I'm not sure about that, but
but thank you so much. And then last question. Well, let me just check to see if we have any questions. So my last question to you is, um, have you ever? What is one other way that the Woodstock Fruit Festival has changed your life? Because you did say that you met like your best friends there. What's another way that Woodstock has changed your life?
So I met my best friends there. I do for a living what I
Oh,
do
yes,
now because
right.
of Woodstock. And I also met my fiance through Woodstock 2 years
Oh my
ago.
God.
Yep, which was
Wow.
insanely just incredible. So
Wow.
super, super
How did
happy,
you meet
super
her?
grateful.
How did you meet her at
So
Woodstock?
I actually didn't meet her at Woodstock, but just through the festival because her best friend attended uh, at the festival in 2021. And then she posted like some stories of the festival, and I was in it because we hung out a bunch. And then my fiance saw the story. Who's that? Like, I would like to meet this person after the festival. And then we met up in New York after the festival, and yeah, went pretty well after that.
Wow. What an amazing love story. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So, yeah, you have to get married at Woodstock. You have to get married at Woodstock,
yeah,
right?
that would be incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
I was at Nate's and Lisa's wedding. When was that? In 2018,
Uh,
19?
I think it was 19, but I'm not sure.
And that was really
One of
beautiful.
those. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes, so many people meet at Woodstock, their business partners, their best friends, their soulmates, every like just it's just such an amazing place. And we are very excited to host the 2023 Woodstock. So I just want to remind everyone that we have a contest. So if you're interested in coming for free to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, click the link in our bio. And we have some requirements, but basically the contest is to find our brand new venue. So if you find it, you get to go for free. And so, by the way, I didn't say this, but if you find a venue and we use it in the future, you get to go to the festival that's at that venue for free. So say you find a festival, because we're open to different places in the world in the future. So if anybody finds a location in, anywhere in the world and we actually rent it, you get to go for free anytime in the future. So that's something if anybody is interested in finding a venue. Okay, thank you very, very much, Gary. I'm just looking
That's
at some comments. Holly,
Thank you.
yes, Holly Lolly Poppins said we wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for the festival. Is that her?
Right. That's her.
Ah, okay, this is so cute. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So, thank you guys so, so much for watching. Thank you, Gary, for everything you do
Thank
for
you
others,
for having
everything you do for others, everything you do at the festival. And I'm really excited to take one of your classes at the next one if you're up for it.
me. Yeah, I am. For
And I'm
sure. Let's
also,
talk about it.
yes, and I'm also gonna, I want to get my eyes read because I never did it. And my friend
Yeah.
Sherry recommends you, so I'm
Awesome.
gonna take her word for it. So thank you very much,
Cool.
Gary. You're awesome. And thank you
Thank you.
everyone for watching. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Gary.